Hey there, this is Hunter McDermott with Anyone Can Play Guitar in Apex, North Carolina. I saw Laura Veirs play in Chapel Hill last night, and it was a wonderful show. And so I thought I would do a video on how to play her song from her newest album called July Flame. The song is July Flame. It's a pretty easy song, and it's made easy by the fact that it's got one riff that plays the entire song. So once you learn that, you've got the whole thing down. And it's very cool sounding, so here we go. With our left hand, we'll be using mainly our second and third fingers. In one spot, we'll be using our first finger as well, but mainly just these two fingers. And we're only using two strings. Our second finger is generally going to be sitting around the E string, the low E on the top, and our third finger is going to be hanging out on the G string, string number 3 there. With our right hand, we're only using our thumb and our index finger. Our thumb is playing only the top E string, and our index is playing only that third string. That's all it does the entire time. So our very first chord, we have second finger, 4th fret of the 6th string, that E string there. And we also have our third finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. And again, I'm using this kind of fingering just because it seems to put my hand in a more natural, comfortable position as opposed to using your first two fingers. You could certainly do that if you wanted to, it's just not comfortable for me. Alright, we're going to pluck those two strings together because this is our first little chord there. Now on beat 1 of that first measure, we're going to be sliding those two notes all the way up to the 9th fret, like this. Real fast. To make that slide easy, you gotta keep a couple things in mind. What I do is I stare right at the 9th fret, so I know right where to go. Because it's gotta go quick, so you know, stare at your target and you'll get there pretty consistently. As well, when you're sliding anything, you want to make sure you keep a lot of pressure on those fingers, because if you try to just slide and without keeping any pressure on it, you're going to lose the note. So keep that finger down hard, a lot of pressure there the entire time. Alright, now anytime she's not plucking the chord, plucking those two notes together, she's going to be filling in the space with that thumb, just keeping a steady 8th note rhythm going. So in our first measure, we're going to be playing this chord on 1, sliding up on the end of 1, and then filling in the gap with that low note there. And again, in measure 1, we play on the and of 4, we play this chord, the 9, on the E string and the G together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and. So we play on 1, slide, 3, 4, and on the and of 4 in that first measure we play that chord up there. Then we slide right back down to 4, and we hit that chord on the and of 1 in the next measure. So we have this. So after the and of 4 we hit here, we hit this top E string one more time for beat 1 of the next measure, and then slide back down on the and of 1. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and, like that. Alright, now then we fill in the gap there. On beat 2 we have 2 hits of that low note, and then on beat 3 we're going to hit the chord again and then slide it up. Now this is where I do something. I'm not sure if this is what would be most comfortable for everybody, but this is what I find easiest. So I'm sliding from 4th fret of the E string, 4th fret of the G, up to 5th fret of the E string, 6th fret of the 3rd string. That's my next chord. But this fingering using 2 and 3 doesn't feel comfortable to me there. So I like to replace that second finger with my first finger. Now since you're sliding to it, that makes it a little different when you slide. What I like to do is my third finger just slides up the whole step from 4 to 6. But my second finger is going to slide up a half step and be replaced by that first finger. Kind of like that. So I got to slide, and then I'm taken over in the middle of that slide with my first finger. Again, you could do it do it like that, just for me it contorts my hand in a way that just feels kind of uncomfortable. So sliding the third finger up, and then the second finger is being replaced by the first finger. Like that. And that's on beat 3 of that second measure. So we have this so far. And then you're just filling out the rest of that second measure with that low note playing on the 5th fret with that first finger. Now on beat 1 of that third measure, we're going to go down to the 2nd fret of the E string, 2nd fret of the G, and we're hitting that chord together on beat 1, and then we're just filling out the whole rest of that measure with just that 8th note rhythm on the bottom. That's it, nothing else in that measure. So we have this so far. Alright, then on the last measure, we're going to play on the and of 1. So we're coming off of this. 2, 3, 4, 1, and we slide back up. We got another situation where I'm sliding and I'm replacing that second finger with my first finger as I slide up to the 5th fret, and with my first finger of the E string, and then 6th fret of the 3rd string with my 3rd finger. It's the same chord we had earlier. So we have this. 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and. So on beat 3, we're going to slide from that chord 5 and 6 down to the 4 and 4. And then again, just filling in the rest of that 8th note, the rest of that measure with 8th notes on that low string. And then that's it. It repeats back to the top. So here it is all together. Just does that over and over and over again. So there you go. If you have any questions, leave me some comments or email me, and enjoy playing that song. It's a good one. And stay tuned. I might do some more Laura Veirs songs in the future. Alright, thanks. Bye.